is back in the sewing room. I am so happy to be back in the groove. I am diving back in the month of June. I have so many projects, a lot going on. But first, I want to welcome all of those who are new to the channel and welcome back to those who continue to tune in from week to week. This is the Sewing Buzz, the first Sunday of every month. Typically is when I do the Sewing Buzz. I think I might have missed one or two this year. I don't know. But anyway, and during the Sewing Buzz, I just highlight any sewing challenges that's going on, new indie pattern releases, different things of that nature. And so I am, first of all, the buzz right now is June is here and I am ready to get back into the sewing room on a more consistent basis and bring you back the content. So for those who are new to the channel, I typically upload every Sunday and Wednesday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. But April, there were pretty much no videos. And then May, it was just Sundays. And so, yeah, I was working my way back into my normal schedule. So stick around. This channel, we doing hauls, reviews, pattern reviews, indie commercial, might sprinkle in some sew alongs or some sew with me's. And yeah, if you think this is something that you will be interested in, come on, join the team. Go ahead and hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Yeah, I'm getting back into the groove of things. Okay, now that we got all the pleasantries, if I can talk, out of the way, it is Saturday. It is a beautiful day here in Texas. I am wearing my Vogue dress. I will make sure it pops up at the end of this video. How about that? It is a very easy sew Vogue. I made this probably 2 years ago. Had to be 2022. No, 2023. Yeah, 2023. And this is out of Ankara. Where I got the fabric from, all of that is in that video. And it's probably linked in the description box of that video. But anyway, love it. Perfect for this type of weather and this type of day. And yeah, been out running errands. Still got my hair straight. But yeah, she's going to be going back to normal pretty soon. Anyway, what is going on? So as I ease back into these 2 videos a week, let me tell y'all, I do have projects going. When I'm looking around, I'm probably going to save some of this stuff for other videos for the month. But there are 2 specific projects that I have fabric for. I'm ready to go. Actually, let me just grab the fabric here and show you. And I'll talk more about it, but here's the fabric. 2, as you can tell, is an animal print, and another one is a gauze. And already have the patterns set for those, so I'll be talking about that in a future video. But that is what's coming up. Also, what I am working on is the husband's Quadra. This is called the Quadra jeans. Yes, if you all remember, I did a video. Ooh, when did I make these? I think before we moved into our house, probably 4 or 5 years ago. I made him the Thread Theory Quadra jeans. And remember, I absolutely love the sew, love the pattern, love the instructions. The only problem was that I made them like 2 or 3 times too big. And so I don't know, I can't even remember. I'll probably have to watch my own video why that was, but had to do something with the measurements. But here's the thing, because I knew he recently was telling me he needs some more jeans, and I knew I wanted to remake those jeans because it's a really good pattern. I highly recommend it. And I remember I had everything in a project bag. Look at this, y'all. From 3 or 4 years ago. No, it had to be like 5 years ago when I made him those jeans. At that time, I cut out a new muslin in a new size, and everything was in this project bag. When I looked for the pattern and pulled this out, I was like, you have got to be kidding me. And I looked at the size that I cut. It should still be good for him. and everything is, all the pieces are here. Can you believe it? All the pieces are here, ready to go. And they were all just pinned together in my project bag. So guess what I will be working on? And I'll share that in an upcoming makes video. So that is something I'm working on. Very excited about that. Also, so the retreat. Good news, good news, good news. So first of all, one of the things I realized is, although over half the slots are gone, so if you are interested, definitely come on, go ahead and register. The other thing is, can y'all believe and maybe this is partly me due to not posting, because I really haven't been active on social media as much in the past 2 months, obviously with everything that was going on with our family. And so I haven't been able to post much about the retreat at all. Like, I have all these videos which will start rolling out in June, but I have all these videos that's for, you know, showing different things from the retreat. I only got so far, I think, in March, and then I stopped sharing those videos because then everything started happening in the family, and you know, I don't need to say more about that, but I have got to pump out more. Although I was on a bit of a hiatus, I had several people register for the retreat, and then remember I had the contribution for 5 people to have their $90 registration fee covered. Well, okay, you guys, how about none of the winners, except for one, reached back out to claim their prize. And then when I went to the second and even the third layer of people, I end up getting all but one. There's one. I don't know. Maybe the person is and I keep going down the list, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna throw it in this video. If you interested in coming to the retreat and you want your $90 registration fee covered, that was part of a contribution, just put email me. I'm gonna put it right here on the screen. hello@SewnaturalDane.com. Look, in the balance that's due, you are responsible for the balance that's due. The only thing that's being covered is the $90 registration fee. Email me. I'm not going to tell you to put nothing in the comment section. If you are interested in coming, email me right here on the screen. hello@SewnaturalDane.com. Come on, y'all. Come on, come on, come on. Speaking of the retreat, the other thing is I will be, I have been thinking about what I wanted to do. So in 2026, make 8 years for the BHM pattern designers, and the second year for the multi-day retreat. And so I was like, so 10 years will be 2028. So what I have decided to do, because I have ideas, and to respond to requests I have had, Arlene, I'm talking to you, and a few others, that if the retreat could be longer. And so I'm thinking, for the 10-year celebration, we can make it longer, and I have some special things planned. But you know what that means? I am not going to do a retreat in 2027, so I'm going to skip a year. So if you are interested in coming, and y'all gonna get spoiled in 2026, y'all already know, because it's Valentine's weekend and I have all the things planned. Yeah, already went live in the private Facebook group that's for the retreat people. But yeah, I'm going to skip 2027 retreat and do a 10-year that I really have great ideas for, and it'll still be at the same location and everything. But yeah, and y'all know we're going on a field trip next year in 2026. We have some things planned, all of that, so you can read all about it in the link is in the description box. And so come on, register. And if you are that person that think, you know what, please cover, I'll take that last open spot for the $90 registration fee, email me. And when I email you back the information, you need to respond and let me know yes and that you are good to go to set up your payment plan for the balance that's due. So yeah, So I'm very excited about that. So I do have big plans, and I have ideas for the 10-year celebration. And so yay. So I'm gonna skip. I said, you know what, I think I want to skip because I'm a planner. If you all know, even though it's in 2028, how many people already know, raise your hand, that I probably got like a list of things I already want to do. I do, but I want more time to pull some things together, to do some outreach. Yes, that's all I'm going to say about that. So it'll probably be 5 days as opposed to right now, what is it, 3 days? 3.5 days? Whatever. Yeah, it'll be longer. So I am very excited about that. There is some new product that will be dropping, SewnaturalDane products. So if you are not on the email list, make sure you get on the email list. And my members, y'all gonna see it here this week. So members, make sure you know, stay tuned, because yeah, that's coming and you'll get to see that. And of course, members get first dibs and all that, and members get discounts. So stay tuned for that. That is coming up. So yeah, I have a full list of indie patterns, which of course y'all know you can get this notepad on my website. Small plug, but yes, I am going to shout out my business, SewnaturalDane.com, which you can get all kind of fun sewing themed accessories, post-it notes, the jumbo acrylic clips, which you all love, and then these notepads and other things. And these are magnetic. This was my first one that I wasn't magnetized, but they all do have magnets on the back, so you can put them up on something. But you guys gave me a great list, and I am going to go through each of these, and then I'm going to wrap it up with the new pattern drops, the new indie pattern drops, and share with you the one I bought that I am very excited about making. Actually, I meant to buy the Cinnamon Daisy Studio. What is it called? I keep forgetting the name of it. I'll pop it up here on the screen because I already talked about it like 2-3 times. I want that top. And I meant to get it at the same time I was purchasing this and totally forgot. And then once I started recording this video, I was like, oh, I forgot to buy that top. I'm getting that top. I'm getting the Cinnamon Daisy Studio top. But first, I want to go over all of your suggestions, my thoughts, and then we are going to zip through what the new indie pattern releases were and the ones that I had bought. There's not a ton, but there's quite a few that I thought I would share with you all. So let me grab a seat and then we're going to get into it. Okay, I had to grab my list, get everything together. So let's go over all of the suggestions I received. And by the time you see this video, I should have responded to all of those suggestions. And thank you for that, because maybe anybody who might catch that video might also see some patterns that they haven't tried before, might be interested in trying. So let's get into this list. There were a few, but I'm gonna go through them relatively quickly. Pattern Emporium. Now I have heard of Pattern Emporium. I'm not new to them. However, I've never tried any of their patterns before. I've seen Izzy, I've seen Tomcat Stitcher, I've seen Stitched Up, I feel like Chris from Unsocial. I feel like I've seen her make something from them. And a few others. And then of course I've seen, you know, through my Instagram feed too. So I definitely will be trying something from Pattern Emporium. Folkwear patterns, I will look. I have not looked at their I have seen their patterns before. I don't know. I think because it is folkwear, that's not my style. But the person that left the comment said they had some other like loungewear, where it looks like is good, like beachy kind of vibe. So I'm gonna look, but probably if it's more leaning more towards that folkwear look, that's going to be a hard no, because that's not particularly my style. George and Ginger, familiar with them. I actually was in their Facebook group, and I think I still am, from many years ago. I cannot think of what pattern I purchased, because that's the only reason I would have gotten into their Facebook group, is because I purchased a pattern. Can't tell you what it was. I will have to go back through my pattern list to see what pattern it was that I purchased from them. But they do have they have a couple different types of patterns that I did like, and so I will have to revisit that. But I need to go back and see what pattern did I purchase from them, and do I need to just go ahead and make it? We shall see. I will keep you posted. Made by Ray. I have made a Made by Ray pattern before. It was a dress. What dress was that? Oh, and it was a collab. I feel like it was a collaboration I did with somebody. But I've made by Ray. What I can say is her instructions are really good. Her instructions are really good, and she just dropped a new pattern that I'll be talking about today. And so not new to me, but I have made by Ray before, and I actually like their new pattern that they just dropped in the month of May. So yeah, let's stay tuned for that. Decades of Style. You know, well, for those who don't know, a lot of people, I notice I do have a lot of new people to the channel. I have made Decades of Style. Made the caftan. That is my favorite caftan pattern. I made it last summer. Absolutely love it. So I'm not new to them, and out of all of their patterns, Decades of Style, that pattern is the only one I would be interested in, and that's the one that I made. So there's nothing else that I saw from Decades of Style that I will be interested in making, but their caftan pattern is my new favorite caftan pattern. It used to be Closet Core, the Charlie caftan, but no, that one is my new one until I make another one, because last year was all about my 10-piece summer dress collection series, which included 3 caftans actually, but you'll have to go watch that series. Cashmere Red patterns, hands down, Cashmere Red. I can say I'll give props where props are due. Very good pattern company. For those who have been following me for any length of time, you all know that was my TNT pattern company, hands down. Every pattern that dropped, I made it, and I have an entire playlist. I also was part of their fit clinic from several years back, for anybody who knows that. However, tides changed a few years back. I'm not going to even get into it, but I no longer sew or make cashmere patterns. I do not support the company in that way, but I will say, I can say they have a really good block. They are obviously very size inclusive. Their cup sizing and everything, very good pattern company, but it's not a company that I will be making any patterns from. Going, you know, I haven't in several years, and I won't be going forward. Hot patterns, that's a hard no. If there's a YouTube video here of me talking about some pants that was supposed to be, what are they called? Were they called boyfriend jeans or something to that effect? The block on those frustrated me to no end, and then I think I had issues with getting help and everything from the pattern company and different stuff like that. So I had several hot patterns that I was excited to make, one being those jeans, and then it was a couple other ones. I destashed all those patterns. I was beyond frustrated, and I didn't get the help that I felt like I needed at that time. Well, I didn't get a response. That was the thing. I never got a response. So when I say I didn't get the help I thought I should need, a response is one of those things that I do expect, and I never got response from any of my inquiries. So anyway, so hot patterns is also a hard no. Subversive theme, never heard, and I think this person said they were on Etsy, and so never heard of them. So I will be going through their catalog to see if they have anything in their catalog that is my style that I'm willing to try. Closet Core, Deer and Doe, you all know I've made several of those patterns across the years, so they're not new to me, and so I'm looking more for new indie patterns. So, and I still have a couple, 2 Deer and Doe I have not made yet. Closet Core, I think I made, how many things? I made the pajamas. I've made the, of course I made the caftan a couple different times. I feel like maybe that's not all I made. I made a wrap dress that they came out with. I made quite a few Closet Core patterns. Not a bunch, but a few. So again, I'm looking for new indie patterns, and feel free in this video if you have some new indie patterns you want to suggest, definitely drop those down. Chalk and notch, same thing. I've made several of chalk and notch patterns before, at least 2 or 3, and so yeah, and I have a couple I still have not made that I need to make. So anyway, I want to thank you all for your suggestions for different pattern companies, and of course I have a full list for those who are not aware of Black pattern designers on my website on the Black pattern designers page. So if you are new to different Black pattern designers, and many of them have been dropping patterns as of late that I need to go back through and see which ones I want to get. I know D Patterns by D dropped a shirt dress pattern that y'all know I'm into the shirt dresses, so y'all know I want to get that one. And so yeah, but anyway, I need to still revisit, go back through and see the new ones that was dropped by different Black pattern designers as well. And so yes, very excited. So let's go ahead and get into the new indie pattern drops and which one that I pick up. Okay, speaking of which, so it's Fashion Therapy is one of the Black pattern designers I was talking about. She had dropped the Monica halter. Now, I cannot remember if this dropped in April or May, but I feel like I didn't mention it before, so it must have dropped in May is what I'm thinking. And I have seen several versions of this, and I think this is so pretty. I love the zipper, you know, that zippers, the zippers on the side. You can have them as far down as you want or up as high as you want. So me, it will be, those zippers will be much further down, but I think the dress is absolutely beautiful. And not to mention, I love the halter in that, because she's full, she seems to be fuller bust to me, but all of this, there's coverage. So with bra straps and everything is covered. And so yeah, I was like, and it's sleeveless. Y'all know I love me some sleeveless. So yes, that is one I definitely want to get because it is nothing like I have in my stash. So I definitely like that. And then I feel like the one from Patterns by D, hers, I think this one came out in May as well, but it's her new shirt. No, I think I did talk about it already, but it was the shirt. I did talk about this already. I think it was her new shirt dress pattern, the fancy flare dress with the collar. Now it's a bit of a fitted bodice and the sleeves are fitted. I already know for that I would do different for the sleeves. I wouldn't do short sleeve, is not what I'm thinking. I actually like the sleeves on the style arc, and as soon as I make that, which is coming up this month, and you look a little bit crooked, but apologies, I'll probably leave it like that. Let me adjust you, because I think because I was leaning to the side, I didn't notice how crooked you were. But anyway, hopefully that's modestly better. But anyway, I already envision the fancy flare dress with the sleeves from the style arc pattern, and the style arc button up dress, the woven dress, bell woven dress is what it is. It doesn't have a collar or collar stand. It's open. So I'm making that this month. So I figure once I make that, I would love to put the sleeves that's on that onto this fancy flare dress. So anyway, let's stay tuned for that. Then the other, and I had two different lists going. The other new indie patterns that was released in May is, okay, y'all, was still crooked. It is the Just Patterns Julia jeans, and I purchased them. Why? Because of that Hot Patterns. If you all remember that video, and even if you didn't, I'll just tell you, I bought that pattern because it was supposed to be this boyfriend fit. I have been wanting some boyfriend type slouchy, semi-slouchy type jean pattern to try for quite some time, and many years. And when I did the Hot Patterns, that one didn't work, and so I never really saw another jean pattern that was boyfriend, that kind of boyfriend-ish fit, that I liked, until Just Patterns released theirs in May. And so I went ahead, which is May still when I'm recording this, but anyway, I went ahead and purchased it. And I am excited about trying those. I know it's the summer, but I may just give them a try, just to give them a try this summer, and because I could see me wearing that cinnamon daisy top with it that I shared before. And or, now y'all know I love V's, I love scoop necks, I love kind of that boat neck, but she had on, and I should be popping up pictures, she had on her, what was it called? It was her Claudia tank. And I like the way it looked with that. Now, the Claudia tank has the shoulder pads in it. And when I read through the pattern and read the post and everything about it, you don't have to sew it with those shoulder pads in it, because I wouldn't. That's not a look I particularly go for. So you don't have to do the shoulder pads for that tank. But I got the tank because I was like, I think that would be so cute. Either with something sleek, like something like the cinnamon daisy, a regular tank, my TNT tank, or I figured the Claudia tank, I will give it a try. So I purchased the Claudia tank when I got the Julia jeans. And then I saw she had something called the Christy cardigan. I was like, now this is, I love the kind of the bell sleeve on it, and I like the look of that cardigan. Now I just filed that one away. I didn't buy it, but it's filed away for fall. Definitely something for fall. And that's something I will wear like a outer piece here in Texas, because as you all know, when fall, winter hit, our winters aren't that dramatic, and so where we need all these coats and layers and everything, but a nice layering, outer layering piece like that Christy cardigan, I thought would go beautifully. And then I forgot, she also made the Freya vest, which I long proclaimed I was going to get that pattern. I still didn't get it during this time. I was like, okay, it's coming, I'll get it. It'll probably be in maybe towards the end of summer, fall. I do still want to try that pattern. But anyway, that is all just patterns, and so I did go ahead and pick that one up. Then the next pattern I want to tell you, I only have four or five more to tell you real quick. This is a free pattern by Mood Fabrics. And that was another pattern company somebody mentioned too, but I've made free patterns from Mood before, so they're not new to me so far as indie. But this tails dress I thought was such a pretty special occasion dress. Now mind you, the model, don't care or know how tall the model is, but that dress is way too short for me. I will have to lengthen the skirt part of that dress, but I think that dress in general is absolutely beautiful. Perfect for special occasion. Perfect for special occasion. And so yeah, that is going in my file, because I do have a special occasion that is coming up that I have some ideas for, and I'm making notes of different patterns for the special occasion that yeah, I'll talk about in a future video. But yeah, that's it made the list of ones to consider. Next is this was the one made by Ray that I was talking about. It's their sapphire dress. It has two length options that I like. It has the inseam pockets, side vents at the hem, and I love that you can do either the dramatic long sleeve or the elastic cuffs. And of course, because it's a button down, I thought was absolutely beautiful. I'm kind of feeling this whole button down. That's why I'm getting ready to dive into the style arc pattern, the two style arc patterns I share, but you'll see in the coming video, because I'm feeling that long maxi kind of flowy look. And so I'm writing myself a note real quick. But yeah, that's what I'm feeling right now. So I figure I would just go with what I'm feeling. But the sapphire dress, and so, or you can make it with short sleeve as well, was an option. The next is Friday Pattern Company Flaneur. Now Flaneur pants, that I've seen quite a few posts across my feed make these pants, and they loved them. One of the things that's mentioned about this pattern that I love, that I want to get this pattern just because, is it does not have a side seam, making it easy to cut and sew. Now I've made several Helen Closet patterns. Love her instructions. Her sizing is really good, size inclusive of course, and These are what wide leg, mid-rise, and it does have a zip fly, but it has an elasticated back. I was like, I want to try it, and I think in some linen, something for summer would be absolutely beautiful for these. So yeah, that is on my list to get. And of course, when this came out, I had missed the sale and everything, but anyway, that's okay. You know how I feel. If I want something, I'm gonna get it, whether it's on sale or not. And then I'm sorry, that was the Friday Pattern Company's flaneur pants, and I have made several Friday Pattern Company pants. So my mistake, I said, I think I was saying Helen's Closet flaneur, but I meant to say Friday Pattern Company flaneur. But anyway, I still want to get those. Then it's the Helen's Closet Lazo jumpsuit. So y'all know I'm not into jumpsuits. I've made two that I actually liked. One was Mondi's Threads, her jumpsuit. Can't remember the name of it. I still have it in my closet. And then also the Cara Miller Designs. She's based in Hawaii. Love that jumpsuit. That was my favorite jumpsuit, because y'all know I'm not into jumpsuits, the whole getting in and out of. But I remember I wore that Karamaya, I think it was called Karamaya jumpsuit. I wore that so much because it was so easy to get. I think because of the side, how it was around the hips and stuff, that when you took it off, it didn't feel like, I mean, it was easy to get on and off. Maybe that's what it was. But anyway, so for those who are into jumpsuits and did not see Helen's Closet drop the Lazo jumpsuit, here you go. That is something. And of course, I will link all of these patterns that I'm talking about down in the description box. And the final one I want to share, final two, is the Itch to Stitch Simeon top and dress. And y'all know I love Itch to Stitch patterns because she comes with so many features, larger cup sizing. I love the cow neck feature on this. You can make it longer, shorter, hip length as a top, or longer knee length for a dress. It does have the sleeveless look, and of course you have sleeve look. And so again, always a lot of options with Itch to Stitch patterns, and her fit, I find, and her sizing is very, very good. And she's also size inclusive, so link will be down below. The last one is the Sew Over It Lori wrap dress. Now I thought this was pretty, a very pretty wrap dress. I've made the other Sew Over wrap dress that was so popular, and probably still is, I can't think of, I made like 3 of those, and I even have a sew along that I wonder, I mean, I guess people have watched it and left comments that it's pretty good, but that was like 7 years ago I did that sew along. I'm sure it's much better, and Sew Over It has their own sew along, so watch theirs. But anyway, but the Lori dress pattern, very nice. I thought this, I like the collar. The collar is very similar to the collar I'm doing on the, I think it's called Tony designer dress from Style Art. So yeah, but anyway, I thought this wrap dress was very, very nice. So let me know if you picked up any of these, and let me know if you made them. Did you do a review? You have a YouTube channel? Is it on Instagram? Put the link. I want to see. And I'll probably do some research on a couple of these that I want to do anyway. So yeah, that is it. That's all I got, y'all. I am back. I am back. I am back. I'm so excited to be back. But stay tuned, because I'm back. Come Wednesday, there will be another video. I can't remember which one I have coming up for you. If it was the fabric I did purchase, of like a little haul. I mean, it's not enough to do a whole video for, so I think I'm just going to dive into some other things. And I dug up some indie patterns when I was going through looking for my husband's jean pattern. I came across some patterns. I was like, what? It's time to revisit these. It's time to pull these out. So I know that video is coming up too, and the Style Art videos. It's a lot of videos coming up, so stay tuned. I'm so happy to be back. I hope y'all are happy to see me. And again, if you're interested in coming to the retreat, email. If you want your $90 registration fee covered, email hello@SewnaturalDane.com, and when I respond to you via email, holla back and let me know. But otherwise, definitely register. We are going to have a good time. And especially now, I feel like I'm adding on things. Y'all know I love spoiling people. I love bringing people together. I love the idea of bringing community together where everybody learns and grows together, build relationship and friendship. I love, 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 love that. And so now that I know that I'm going to skip 2027, I'm feeling like I'm adding on some stuff for 2026 just because it will be a little bit of a break. But anyway, y'all come on back on Wednesday. Again, don't forget to thumbs up this video, subscribe if you haven't, and yeah, we'll see you on Wednesday. Have a blessed one. Have a blessed week, everybody. Bye.